कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। In the Yuddha Kandam, there was a fierce battle between Rama and Ravana. Gaganam gaganakaram sagaraha sagaropamaha Rama Ravanayor Yuddha Rama Ravanayor iva. Valmiki says if there has to be made a comparison between the fierce battle that ensued between Rama and Ravana, it is Rama and Ravana Yuddham only. Such fierce was the battle. Finally, Rama released the Brahmastra, and with that Brahmastra, Ravana fell on the battlefield. Listening to the very news that Ravana is dead, Mandodari and Ravana's other wives come over to the battlefield with their hair open, and she initially starts to accuse Rama. She says, "It is because of you my husband is dead." But as she says this and as she looks at Rama, she does a stuti. Like how at the commencement, looking at one of the birds die, Valmiki's shokam becomes a shlokam. Shokaha shlokatvam agataha. Similarly, looking at Rama, Mandodari does a stuti, like how erstwhile we have seen Tara doing a stuti, Shurpanakha doing a stuti. Mandodari does a stuti. The stuti goes like this. Vyaktamesha mahayogi paramatma sanatanaha anadi madhyanidhanaha mahataf paramo mahan tamasaf paramo dhata Shankha Chakra Gadadharaha Shrivats-Savaksha Nitya Shri Ajayaha Shashvato Dhruvaha Manusham Dhrupamasthaya Vishnu Satya Parakramaha Sarvaihi Parivruto Devair Vararatvamupagataihi Sarvalokeshwaraha Shriman Lokanam hitakamyaya sarakshasa parivaram devashatrum bhayavaham. She does a stuti. But what is so special about the stuti? Commentators like Govindaraja in his famed commentary called Bhushanam, in the commentary called Tilaka, and Swami Periyavachan Pillai of the 12th century, 12th, 13th century, in his Vyakhyanam, in his Bhashyam, in his Tika, have commented pages together on Mandodari's stuti. So she was very clear whom she was praising. It was not as if she did not know about him. Vyaktamesha. So she says Vyaktam. It is very clear. Either with the Pratyaksham, which is a Pramanam, as I see, and for in doubtless cases, even the inner feelings become a pratyaksham. Vyaktamesha Mahayogi. He is a Sakshat Mahayogi. Can a normal person abandon his kingdom when he is supposed to be the heir apparent? Can a normal person walk by the woods, remove the fears of the rishis by fighting the Rakshasas in Janasthanam single-handedly? Can a normal person give moksham to Jatayu? Can a normal person ensure justice in somebody else's Rajyam like Kishkindha Rajyam? Can a normal person do the Pattabhishekam for Vibhishana when he has not even constructed the Setu? Can a normal person fight for his wife so willingly when a Kshatriya is allowed for multiple marriages? Doesn't he adhere to Ekapatni Vratam? Looking at all this, I had no doubts that he is a Mahayogi. Vyaktam Esha Mahayogi. There are but many yogis, right? Anybody who does a yoga today is a yogi. So how does it make him very special, or how does it make him exclusive? Vyaktamesha Mahayogi, she clears that doubt with the next word. Paramatma. He is Paramatma. There is no one who equals him. There is no one over and above him. Yasmat param na paramasti kinchit. There is no one who equals him. There is no one over and above him. But then there is a question raised. It says in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that in certain cases, Paramatma also refers to the Muktatma, those Atmas which have resorted to an upayam and have obtained moksha. They obtain the status of being a Muktatma. So, Paramatma Shabdam can also refer to a Muktatma. So, Paramatmeti Chapyukto Dehesmin Purushah Paraha. So, there is a reference. That is when she says, no. Vyaktamesha Mahayogi, Paramatma. If you have doubts if the Paramatma Shabdam is referring to the Paramatma or the Muktatma, have no doubts. Sanatanaha. Because Muktatma is not Sanatanaha, though the Atma may exist. At one point in time, the Muktatma was a Baddhatma. In case the Muktatma was a Baddhatma, then the Paramatma Shabdam does not apply to him. It applies only to Muktatma. In case it applies to Muktatma, the Muktatma who was previously a Baddhatma cannot be referred to by the word Sanatanaha, which is eternal, timeless, perpetual. So it is said, Vyaktamesha Mahayogi Paramatma Sanatanaha. Where is he? Anadi Madhya Nidhanaha Mahataha Paramo Mahan. So, she says, Mahataha Paramavavyaktam Avyaktat Purushah Paraha. So, greater than Mahataha is Avyaktam. And greater than Avyaktam is Purushaha. So, he is beyond Avyaktam and Mahataha. So, the Shlokam Mandodari says, Anadi Madhya Nidhanaha Mahataha Paramo Mahan. But how does this mean that he is Paramatma? There could be many things over and above Avyaktam, over and above Mahan, right? That is when she says, Tamasaha Paramaha. He is different from the Prakriti Mandalam that you see itself. Tamasaha Paramaha. He is over and above Tamas. Dhata, isn't he the one who nourishes us? So he is over and above Tamas. He is the one who nourishes us because the word Dhata is applied. But how do we classify him? How do we specifically say who is that Devata? Shankha Chakra Gada Dharaha. Shankha Chakra Gada Dharaha. He adorns the discus called as Sudarshana, the conch called as Panchajanyam, the mace called as Kaumodaki. He holds the lotus. Shankha Chakra Gada Dharaha. Even when we do Sandhya Vandanam, we say, Dhyayas Sada Savitrumandala Madhyavarti. Narayana Sarasijasana Sannivishtaha Keyuravan Makarakundalavan Kiriti Hari Hiranmaya Vapuhu Dhrita Shankha Chakraha Sridwarata Nilayachuda. So the Shankha Chakra Gadadhara clearly states his Rupam. Then she says, Srivatsavakshaha Nityashrihi. Why should she specify it further? Because in Sri Vaikuntham there is a concept called as Sarupyam. Everybody will look alike. Everyone will have a Shankham, Chakram, Gada, Padma. Then how do we specifically say who is this Lord? She says, Srivatsavakshaha Nityashrihi. Srivatsavakshaha. The Lord has a mole called as Srivatsam. This mole called as Srivatsam is the Pratinidhi, is the representative of all Achetana Padarthams. So whatever Achetana Padartham we have, is represented by the mole called as Srivatsa, whereas the Jivatma is represented by the resplendent gem called as Kaustubam. So she says, Srivatsa Bakshaha. So by saying Srivatsa Bakshaha, it clearly means that the Lord whom she is referring to has Achetanam as his Shariram. Nitya Shrihi. He is further exemplified with the presence of, eternally the presence of Jagannmata Mahalakshmi. Vishnu Puranam states, Nityaivesha Jagannmata Vishroshri Rarapayini Devatve Devadeheyam Manushyatve cha Manushi Raghavatve Abhavatu Sita Rukmani Krishna Janmani. So this Nityashrihi clearly states that he has the presence of Mahalakshmi. Srivatsavakshaha Nityashrihi. But then there could be doubts here, because while we describe the commencement in Srimad Ramayanam, we say Lakshmano Lakshmi Sampannaha. Lakshmana has the association of Mahalakshmi. But what did we mean by Mahalakshmi there? Kainkarya Shrihi. He has the prosperity goddess of servitude with him. Antariksha Gata Shriman. While describing Vibhishana, Valmiki says, he has come, the one who is blessed by Mahalakshmi in the skies. Antariksha Gata Shriman. Gajendra. Satu Nagavaraha Shriman. So when even Gajendra is described in Gajendra Moksha Patalam, he is described as the one blessed by Mahalakshmi. So there is nothing special about saying Srivatsavakshaha Nityashrihi. Even Vibhishana, Gajendra, Lakshmana, they are all described by the association with Mahalakshmi. That is when Mandodari says, to clear those doubts, Ajayaha. He is the one who is invincible. There would be devatas who have failed in many wars, but he is the one who is Ajata Shatru, Asahaya Shura, Anapaya Sahasa, Ajayaha, Shashvataha Ajayaha. He is not an invincible person after his birth. He never has birth. So he is eternally invincible. Ajayaha Shashvataha. So thereby there is a Nitya Vibhuti which is mentioned, that there is an abode for him, which is Tamasaha Paramo. Tamasaf Paramo Dhata. He is above Tamas. He is above Prakriti Mandalam. He has got the association of Mahalakshmi. He is the one who is the substratum for all Achetana Padarthams in this world. At the same time, he is invincible. At the same time, he is Paramatma. He is eternally and perpetually the Paramatma. Paramatma Sanatanaha. He is a Mahayogi, the one full of perseverance. So all these qualities, one after the other, one complementing the other, beautifully describes how Mandodari was able to see the Paramatma Tattvam within Rama. Thereby she was trying to hint at Ravana, you have missed this wonderful opportunity of performing Sharanagati at him. Instead you treated him like a normal, primitive human being, mortal, and you abducted Jagannmata Mahalakshmi. See what is your state now. So it is a beautiful stuti to Rama. It is at the same time a reminder for Ravana and many other people in Kali Yuga who will be like Ravanas. So she says, Manusham Vapurasthaya, that Lord who is in that Nitya Vibhuti called as Vaikuntham, has now chosen to be born in the form of a human being. Manusham Vapurasthaya, Asthaya, he has come as the son of Dasharatha Chakravarti. Pidaram Rochayamasa, Tatha Dasharatham Nripam. The Lord chose Dasharatha as his father. Dasharatha did not have his son Rama just on his own. The Lord chose that Dasharatha should be his father. Manusham Vapurasthaya. But who is he? He is the one who has pervaded everywhere. His name is Vishnu. So Manusham Vapurasthaya Vishnu Satya Parakramaha. The one who is endowed with 6 important auspicious attributes. Jnana Bala, Aishwarya Virya, Shakti Tejas. The one who is a repository of these 6 attributes, the one who has pervaded everywhere, he is that Vishnu, he is that Satya Parakrama who has come amidst us, says Mandodari. Does she stop here? No. She does say the Avatara Rahasyam further. More on that in the next episode.
Jayatyashruta Santrasa Dhvanta Vidvamsa Nodayaha Prabhavan Sitaya Devya Paramavyoma Bhaskaraha. Ramayana is such a beautiful Itihasa Sreshtham that links different parts of Bharata Desham, and just not Bharatam, different parts of the subcontinent. 292 episodes in simple English for 15 minutes every day on the Ramayana. We began on the Rama Navami and we are going to conclude on the Makara Shankaranti Uttarayana Punyakalam. This is a lamp that you see in front of me. My great grandfather, my mother's father's father, Pundi, Sri Rangaswamy Iyengar, used to recite the verses of the Valmiki Ramayana religiously every day for 365 days a year for a period of 40 years. And this is the lamp that he used to light. And here are the two bound books which are over 100 years old, which he used to read the verses of the Ramayana from. And here is the wooden stand, the book stand that he used to keep the Ramayana in. Fortunately, I have bequeathed all of them. My great grandfather was called Pattabhirama Iyengar. My maternal grandfather was called Veera Raghavan. My daughter is named after Sita Devi as Kshitija. Everything in our family has an association with the Ramayana. I am sure, 100% sure, each of you will have an association with the Ramayana, either with a name, either in the form of a book, either in the form of a lamp, either in the form of a beautiful murti of Rama, either in the form of a beautiful painting of Rama. So let's use the hashtag Ramayana for us and tag and let us know how much each of us have loved Rama, Sita, the entire Rama Parivar and the Ramayana. This is a moment which we can create with very little efforts from our side till the inauguration of the grand Sri Rama Janmabhoomi temple. Jai Shri Ram.
Namaskaram Astikas, and tentatively scheduled to travel to Abu Dhabi and Dubai in the Met February, to 7 cities in the countries of Australia and New Zealand, namely Adelaide, Perth, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Auckland and Wellington between the 25th of February and the 25th of March. I'm scheduled to travel to Singapore either in the month of April or January, and later I'll be rendering discourses in New Jersey, Boston, Maryland, Pittsburgh, and then in St. Louis and Indianapolis in the month of July. I'm sure you would love to share this message with your friends and relatives. Dear Astika reader, I'm happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.